Hey there, OJ here. This is Perusia, and welcome to day 13 of my 40-day Lenten walk. Ooh, getting challenging. Almost didn't make it today, but we're here, and we're gonna try to keep fighting the good fight. Okay, so I'm gonna dive right in to today's reading. First reading comes from Daniel. So, what's interesting, what I found here is that from the first reading, it's almost like going from the first reading to the response into the gospel. It's almost like a conversation between man and God. The first reading and the response is the side of man pleading towards God, and then the gospel gives an answer to that. So here's a little bit of the first reading from Daniel 9. Lord, great and awesome God, you who keep your merciful covenant towards those who will... He's giving praise to God. We have sinned, been wicked, and done evil. We have rebelled and departed from your commandments and laws. We have not obeyed your servants' prophets. So basically, the speaker here is pleading for forgiveness and confessing the wrongs that they've done. Just as the Lord is on your side, we are shamefaced even to this day. We are men of Judah, the residents of Jerusalem. O Lord, our God, our compassion and forgiveness. Yet we rebelled against you and paid no heed to your command. So yeah, it's all just, oh man, we messed up. Okay, please forgive us. Responsorial Psalm. I just love the way, again, that the church picks out these readings. The responsorial Psalm says, Lord, do not deal with us according to our sins. That's the response. Remember not us against the iniquities of the past. May your compassion quickly come to us. So, again, here's a very contrite responsorial Psalm. Now, these writings were never written connected. This is kind of you're seeing the magisterium and the wisdom of the church putting this stuff together for us, so that the old is revealing the new, and the new is a response to the old, and that's a continual theme that we keep seeing in these readings. So before I move on to Christ's answer to that plea, I'm going to backtrack and kind of delve into this attitude of, oh, we need forgiveness. I kind of touched upon this before, and I think, especially during Lent, it's worth touching upon again. The concept of compunction. Again, it was fairly new to me. I believe Father Mike Schmitz, I learned of the word through him, and I also heard Bishop Barron talk about compunction, and I just kind of researched it since, like, hey, it's a religious word and I don't know it. I want to know more. So I went further. And again, it is basically, put in simple terms, always being hard on yourself and always examining yourself and making sure that you are looking as deeply as possible on what sins you may still be doing. I think that that's very counter to our culture right now. I think in 2021, the culture we're living in here is, you are bad, I will cancel you, and why are you not doing this, why are you not doing that? I think there's a lot of outward blaming. Oh, police are bad, you did this bad thing, oh, Trump is bad, it's always like who else can I blame? I think in this culture, we're very seldom encouraged to look at ourselves. What am I doing bad? How am I affecting my world in a bad way? What am I responsible for? Everything else is, well, you owe me. You need to conform to my reality. You are doing this thing against me. When people are so selfish that what these other people think were done to them, the other people that are being accused of doing was probably had no mind and paying no heed to the other person being offended. That's the culture that we're in right now, is what's everyone else doing wrong? Here is an attitude counterculture to that. What am I doing wrong? I don't think people are encouraged these days to really look inwards and find fault. I mean, shoot, I'm supposed to accept that I got a big belly now. I should be a supermodel if I'm not going to find fault in the unhealthiness of this thick deliciousness. But yet, truth seems to point us the opposite direction. Let's look inwards. We need to learn how to have compunction. I don't know how to turn that into something that you have. Anyway, we need to learn compunction for ourselves. We need to constantly be examining what are our flaws, what are our sins, not to the point of ridiculousness, because true humility is acknowledging both our strengths as well as our weaknesses and being completely comfortable with both sides. But we definitely need that examination of conscience. Now, here's Jesus' response to that heart aching for contrition and forgiveness. Be merciful. It's coming from Luke 6. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. Stop judging and you will not be judged. Stop condemning and you will not be condemned. Forgive and you'll be forgiven. Give and gifts will be given to you. For the measure with which you measure will be in return measured out to you. He's kind of giving us a formula here. So if we can get to that step of constantly self-examination, compunction even, then the next step is then to just extend the mercy that we would hope God would give to us. To be much more quick to forgive so that God will be quick to forgive us. If we hold others to higher standards, then we ought to hold those higher standards to ourselves. You know, the measuring stick thing. So that's my encouragement to you guys today and to myself, as always, because, again, I'm doing this. I don't know how many people will watch this. And at the worst, my wife will watch it and maybe one or two other people, or maybe a lot more. I don't know at this point. This is a very new channel, and this is a very new thing I'm doing. But I hope that something, somewhere in there, the message that God has given me in prayer has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I encourage you to look in yourself. What things can you improve? What things can you do more? What things can you do less? And then act accordingly. Tall order here. Forgive and you will be forgiven. One of my friends, whose first letter starts with a D and ends with a U. If you're watching, probably an old issue. Anyway, thank you for being here and staying with me as long as this. We'll keep on trying to plug away at this and hopefully complete 40 days of these reflections. Again, do not smash the like button if you like this. Gently depress the icon of a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, do all the fun things that you know most YouTubers ask you to do. And until then, that's all I got. I'll see you mañana. Tomorrow. Bukas.